and thinking the things of God, Satan will lose. Because you don't fight Satan in the flesh. We spend too much time fooling around with his flesh. That's a good word. The flesh is a distraction that you're missing. All right. Well, Pastor, sure it does in the Bible. Sure it does in the Bible. As long as Satan can keep your mind occupied with things that are not of the kingdom, he knows he's winning the battle. Good God from Zion. Now the person who you would least expect, watch this, I'm going to show you why the flesh, we spend too much time with the flesh and we lose in the war. We can't lose, we lose in some battle. Well, you would have think now, let's be frank in here. Let's be frank in here. Anyone who read the Bible would have think that this kind of problem that I'm talking about, flesh problem, the Apostle Paul, this could never touch him. We would think it could never touch him. Yet, he struggled with a fortress in his mind. He shared his struggle with us in Romans chapter 7. Read it when you go home. In verse 50 it says, I don't want to do bad things. This is the book. We talking about Paul now. We talking about Paul. Paul said, listen, I don't want to do bad things. That's the furthest thing from my mind, but there is a sin nature. Good God from Zion. Dwelling in me that causes me to do things I don't want to do. Let's get up, let's make him, because some of y'all have passed this. Some of y'all have passed this, neighbor. Paul says, I don't want to do bad things because I have a kingdom's mindset. And I know when I do bad things, it upsets the kingdom. It's not my desire to do anything bad. He said, when I check, I found out that I have another nature in me. And that nature is the nature of sin. And although I want to always walk upright before God, although I want to always be a goody two-shoe, although I always want to be in prayer meeting, there's another. There is something else waking on the inside of me. I know what God says. I know everything God said was right and wrong. And because I'm a kingdom-minded person, I am a kingdom dweller. I am trying to walk the way of God. But every now and then, with my best effort, good God from Zion. You see, we need to be truthful sometimes. We have too many liars in the church. Some of y'all ain't sin from y'all been saved. If you hear you all tell it, y'all ain't made a mistake from y'all been saved. Liars. Paul said, I know. No one have to tell me. I know. I've been the chief of sinners, so I know what sin is. Then God lift me up, turn me around, put my foot on the solid rock, but yet still I sin. You see the problem, Margaret, what most Christians have, why they stay where they are, they don't like to confess. That's why they stay there. They have a problem confessing that they have sinned. And so they stay just where they've been from they've been saved. But when you can get fruitful before God, and you come before God and say, God, I have sinned against you. Listen, The biggest sin is not confessing you have sinned. The biggest sin is not confessing you have sinned. Paul said, I know. I've been the chief sinner, so you can't tell me nothing but sin. I know everything but sin. But I also know what it is to walk in the glory of God. And that's why I have this war going on. And this war I have going on every now and then. Hey, you all talk about warfare. Someone miss and walk on your foot, you all call it warfare. Someone talk about you, talk about warfare. Someone speak something about you, talk about warfare. Man, get real. Get real. Warfare is when the power you know of God is waking against the power of evil, and you find it's that push. That's warfare. Paul said, I know